Hey everyone, how are y'all doing? Back with another video, and I wanted to talk about the Yuka app, spelled Y-U-K-A. It's a product, or it's an app where you can scan products and food. And by the way, this is not a sponsored video. I did reach out to see if they would sponsor or partner or anything, and they unfortunately do not. So I was like, I'm gonna post about them anyway. So the app, sorry, my cat is playing over there. The app, you can use it to scan for products and for food to see if what you're using or eating is healthy for you. And the reason why it's really helpful is because it'll show you what type of, it'll give it a score on how healthy it is for you, and it'll show you what's in it chemical wise. And I don't know, some of these, what's coming to mind is my fiance had brought it up, and I think he scanned like a Honey Nut Cheerios, and on the box it says heart healthy or something like that. It advertises that it's good for your heart, but when you scan it, it got a poor score, and it showed that it can lead to cholesterol and heart problems. So when I heard that, I was like, what? Like, why would it say that on the box? And I've heard all these years people saying that like labels can be put on boxes and products, and not actually be truthful. So, but that's the first time that I had seen it. I used to use this app a couple years ago for products, not necessarily for food, because I always thought that I was eating healthy. I love fruits and vegetables. I don't drink soda or juice. I just never really liked it. Even when I would try to get into it, I just don't like it. So I always drink water. But yeah, I'm gonna tell y'all, like, even water, some of the water, even mineral water and stuff like that, can have additives that can cause cancer, or have been found to like have links with cancer. Don't quote me, but that is what we found, like just certain chemicals being in drinks and food, that they can either, you know how when you're trying to lose weight and you think you're eating healthy, but you still feel hungry, or you are still finding it hard to lose weight, stuff like that, is because there's chemicals in what you're eating that isn't supposed to be taken in from your body, so your body's not processing it, so you're left with fat anyway. And that's like really crazy. But like I said, I had used this app a while ago and then forgot about it because I got what I needed out of it. I started using more healthy products for like my skin, skincare routine, and like lotion, like soap and all that stuff. I started getting more naturally produced products, toothpaste and all that stuff. And then my fiance brought it up a week ago because I think, so he was ready to let go of caffeine. And I was telling him that I think that when he was ready to surrender that energy supplement, basically, that he was led to the Yuka app for food, so that he could give himself like true energy, and start pouring good things into his body. Anyway, so he started using it and scanned a lot of the snacks that we have in here and a lot of the foods that we have in here, and found that what we were eating was, it made sense for why we were still hungry after eating or snacking. And we have a fairly healthy or I thought we had a fairly healthy household. Um, as far as food goes, like we make our own food. We don't really like eating out as much. First off, because I don't know, we eat out and then I'm like, that food was okay. Like we could have done better, or we have done better. So it just, I don't know. I prefer homemade food, and um, we don't really have like junk food. Um, and again, we don't. I don't drink soda. I don't drink juice. I just never have. So, and he's not against that either. He just drinks water. So, like, I'm thinking we're having a pretty healthy household, eating our greens and our veggies and our fruits and all that stuff. And yeah, just, I don't know. It just made all types of sense when he told me, like, oh, look at these additives. Like, this can, keep us from losing weight, or this can keep us from feeling full. And so, yeah, he had went with his sister grocery shopping and saw like this Honey Nut Cheerios box, like cereal. And on the cereal box it says heart healthy, and then turns out when you scanned it on the app, it got like a low score for how healthy it was for you. And then the additives said that these type of additives are not only like bad for your health, but that they for your heart, but that they mess with the cholesterol. I don't know. So it just wasn't. I used to eat that as a kid, and I always thought that that was one of the healthy options for. It probably is a healthier option than all the other cereals, but I don't know. It's just like I didn't realize that companies could put certain labels on food like that and say heart healthy and then actually not be heart healthy. And yeah, I don't know. So he scanned the stuff that we had, and also on the app it says like the products that you should try instead for food and for like your skin and all that. It just gives you recommendations for better options, and they divide it into there's like green products that are excellent, really good for you, and then I think it's yellow products or orange products, and those are like okay for you, and then there's like red that are just bad, they're poor for you. Anyway, but since we've been using the app for food, I have felt more full when I'm eating. I don't really crave anything anymore. Like, I just get hungry and I can eat and I feel fine and satisfied. And I feel lighter, I feel healthier, I feel like I have more energy. And I just feel like cleaner internally. I don't know if that's just my mindset, but I don't know. Y'all should try it, see how it works out for you, and let me know what it does, because it was a real game changer for us. Aside from that, though, like, art has been going well. I've been doing a lot more art, and let me see. I just did. So my art academy that I'm at, I'm doing oil painting. And I was used to doing acrylic beforehand, and I heard that, they were just cheaper and that's just what you get into, whatever, but they're two different forms, just how watercolor is different from acrylic. I just always grew up thinking that acrylic is like what you get into first, and then you get into oil painting because that's the more professional painting. But they're completely different to me, honestly. So I think I actually prefer oil painting because I can go slower, and not because like the acrylic won't dry fast, but because the technique that I was taught to use so far is just more intentional and slower. I can sit there and I can just breathe and practically meditate while I'm trying to get this one edge down for like 15 minutes. um, and with acrylic, I tried to replicate the technique that I was using on an acrylic piece the other day, but it's like the brush just glides so much smoother with acrylic that I just want to go fast, I guess. I'm gonna try it with my left hand because I did paint with my right for the acrylic piece, and I've been painting with the oil using my left hand. So I'm just gonna try it to see if that slows the pace down anymore, but I don't know, I think I'm just preferring the oil. I still get some pretty good results. I was gonna post the video, but I'm trying to the video of me painting with my acrylic piece. This is what I've done so far. But I was gonna post it as a time lapse, and I'm still new to all this content creation and stuff, so I was trying to figure out how I could do a fast time lapse, a sped up time lapse of the painting, and add music in the background, because I wasn't really like talking through it, and I had like a TV show on, so I don't want to get anything like copyrighted or anything, but it's still a process that I'm gonna have to learn, because I do want to end up doing like guided meditations and like yoga. I don't know, I just have all these like ideas that I've been wanting to do, and I haven't, because I just know how to make the video and post it, not necessarily edit it for anything. So y'all just get like the first take and that's it, which I'm grateful that it's been working out so far. But yeah, so I've just been liking the oil painting, and that piece is not finished, the acrylic one, the skull. I'm gonna put maybe some like orange balloons, just to soften it up a bit and make it a little more silly. I was doing a skull just because I have these 2 books on anatomy, and the Art Academy doesn't teach you how to draw, and it uses transfer paper from pictures that, as far as I'm in my beginner skill level with the Art Academy, I don't know if it incorporates drawing later on, but so far they have you transferring, using transfer paper to transfer shapes and paint on the canvas afterwards. But I've got these 2 drawing anatomy books, so I wanted to get more familiar and take a slower approach to heightening my skills, my anatomy drawing skills, by going like, instead of doing a whole body, which I'm used to trying to do, is like focus on hands and then like faces and all that stuff. I'm just trying to focus maybe for a month on each part, just to really get to know that part of the body and what all I could learn from it. So I started with the skull, and I'll be doing that for a while, just making sure that I solidify my technique and all that stuff on how to draw it. And then I was just like, okay, well, I've drawn it. So far, I only did a contour line practice with it. I didn't try to do any shapes or anything, but that's what I'm saying. I wanted to use different methods to try to learn how to draw more efficiently. So this first try was the contour line, and then next I'll, divide it into the shapes that make up the face, and so on and so forth. Aside from that, like, I've just been creating more in general. Like, I went on that trip last weekend, And on that trip, the trip to Hot Springs, my friends taught me how to crochet, which I don't believe I've ever done. Maybe once when I was like a little kid, but I don't remember ever like sticking with it. And they were teaching my other friend, and I was just watching from afar because they had all the supplies and I didn't think that they had any more. So I was just like looking at them have fun doing it, trying to teach her and all that stuff. And she couldn't get it, and they were talking about how you need to, go slow and just, keep trying, and eventually it'll just click. You'll have the muscle memory for it. And she has been trying. I think they taught her like a couple months ago, so she brought it for that trip so that they could, keep teaching her. And she just didn't look like she was getting anywhere with it, and I just felt like, I could just encourage her. So I'm just looking at her try to do it, and I'm like, come on girl, you got this. Yes, that's how you do it. The whole time I don't know what to do, so I'm just like encouraging her from the sidelines. And eventually they were like, oh, I've got an extra crochet hook, and my friend brought more yarn for her to practice on. So they gave me a wad of yarn and another stick, or another crochet hook, and they got to teaching me too, but it took me a few minutes, and eventually I got it. So I'm glad that I was just there like cheering her on, because I would have never even known. I almost took a nap, but yeah, we were just resting, so I didn't. And then I started practicing with that, and it's been good. They said that my friends told me that the first piece, like, you just got to keep going. Don't worry about taking any loops out. If you think you messed up, just keep rolling over it, because the first piece is just to iron down your technique and your comfortability with it. And she was saying that when it's done, you're gonna be proud of yourself, and you're gonna be like, dang, this is ugly, but I'm gonna keep it forever as a little memento, and you're just gonna put it away in your closet, never see it again. But always know that it's there as like your first project. And so far I can see why she said that, because it's been coming along good, but at the same time I have like all these doubts, like, am I even doing this right? And did I like stitch or crochet all the way to the end? And then I'm looking at it build up, because I've started basically a scarf, and I'm looking at it, and it looks like I started the next row a little too early on some of them, or I overdid it on a couple of them. It's just funny. So I'm having a good time with that as well. And yeah, I just feel like a lot more in my creative energy, which I am so grateful for. Because I remember just a few videos back I was saying that I just kept wanting to rest. And what I've come to notice is, like, after that rest of just like, sleeping a lot and meditating a lot, and basically just, consuming, not really doing anything with my passions and all that, now that phase kind of like has left, and I just have all this energy and desires to produce content and create, and try new things still, refine skills. I don't know, it's just, I'm past that phase and I'm in this one and I'm enjoying it. Also, it is my little kitty cat's birthday month. I say month because I don't know when her actual birthday is, because the last place I lived at, my roommate there had gotten 3 kittens with his girlfriend, and then when I moved in, they had 2 kittens, and then the week that I moved in, like right before I moved in, they got my cat, which he gifted to me later. But I don't know when she was born, and they don't either, but I just know it was in June. Only because the text messages of when I actually moved in and stuff. But we got her this little mushroom thing, little scratch post, because she be trying to scratch up our walls and stuff like that, and I'm like, girl, we just moved here. And we also got her a little collar, because when we did move here, she goes outside and she likes to explore. She used to go out in the grass and all that stuff when we were at our old place, but like we're in an apartment now, so she just has to explore the concrete basically, and like jump on roofs and stuff like that. So I don't know, she must have like gone out somewhere over here, back there, out the window, and she lost her collar, because it's that breakaway collar. We got her another breakaway one just in case, but when I have to call her in, I couldn't hear her little bell, because she like lost her collar, so we had to get her another one. Yeah, but we got her a new collar, and we also got her this little mouse toy that she loves. Here she comes. This is Vamp, y'all. My little baby. We got her this. We got her another one of these because when we first moved in here, we have a Roborock, the vacuum mop cleaner, and I don't know, we left and this must have been on the floor, or she was playing with it and it fell on the floor, but either way, something happened to it where it got caught in the wheel of the Roborock, and the only way that we could get it out was by literally like cutting the wire string. So, but yeah, sorry y'all, I have like an itch in my throat. But yeah, so birthday month. Happy birthday. That was perfect. And she loves her little toys and her little collar. But yeah. She's still meowing. But yeah, y'all, just go out, have a good time, try that app out, let me know what you think of it, and peace and blessings your way always. Bye.